Hi all, welcome back to our channel UiPath by Sujita. In this video, I would like to share few UiPath interview questions, especially on Excel automation. This is for the basic beginner level, entry level role based interview questions. So let me share that quickly with you. So the first one, if you use a read range without specifying a range, what happens? In the read range activity, if you don't specify the range, so how it behaves? Simple. It reads the entire sheet. If you leave the range as it is without giving any range, so that means the executor will read the entire sheet of the Excel file. Next, can UiPath automate Excel if Excel is not installed? So if the Microsoft Excel is not installed in your machine, can the UiPath automate Excel? The answer is yes, using workbook activities. So if you use workbook activities in your automated process, there's no need to have Microsoft Excel installed in your machine in order to execute that process. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What happens if you try to read a .xls file using workbook activities? The answer is it will fail because workbook activities only support .xlsx. Next, how do you handle large Excel files in UiPath? The answer is use workbook activities for speed. Process data in memory instead of repeatedly interacting with Excel. So this way we can handle large Excel files in UiPath automation. Next, fifth question. Can UiPath write formulas into Excel? The answer is yes, using write cell activity with a formula string. Example, sum of so and so range to so and so range. Okay, here A1 and A10 refers to the range. Okay, the cell range. I hope this is clear and useful, right? Let me move on to the next question. Sixth, what happens if you use a write range on a sheet that doesn't exist? So when you try to use write range on a sheet name which does not exist in your Excel file. In such scenario, UiPath will automatically create the sheet if it does not exist. Helpful, right? Let's move on to the next question. Can UiPath read hidden sheets or hidden rows in the Excel? Many a times in our Excel file, there is possibility to have hidden sheets or hidden rows, right? In such cases, how do you proceed with your automation? The answer is hidden sheets. Yes, if you specify the sheet name directly, UiPath can read the hidden sheets. Whereas the hidden rows or columns, again, yes, they are included in the data table when using read range. So the read range activity will consider the hidden rows and columns as well, right? Let's move on to the eighth question. What's the difference between close workbook and kill process? So in kill process, we can mention the Excel, right? So what's the difference? When to use which one? The answer is close workbook closes only the workbook opened in the current scope. Got it? Whereas the kill process, when we use kill process, it forcefully closes all the Excel files, all the Excel instances running on the machine. Kill process is something called when we want to stop any process through task manager, we'll go to task manager and end that task, right? So the associated instances, how many ever there are in the machine, all gets forcefully closed. Similarly, the kill process works in the same manner. If it is used, it forcefully closes all the Excel instances running on that machine. Let's move on to the ninth question. Can UiPath handle CSV files with Excel activities? No. CSV files must be handled with read CSV and write CSV activities. Try it out. Next, 10th question. What happens if you try to read Excel while another process has locked the file? UiPath will throw an exception, something like file in use. The best practice is use retry scope or check file availability before reading any Excel file. I hope these questions are helpful for those who are preparing for the interviews, especially at the beginner level, the entry level roles. If you feel these questions are helpful, please share this video with your friends and colleagues and keep watching our videos. Meet you through our next videos. Thank you so much for your support so far. Bye bye.